Hey, what's up guys? This is Ricky D, and in this video I'm going to address a question that keeps coming up over and over again in the vintage muscle community. And the question goes something like this. I'm reading all over the community that I should not use Epi-Test with WindTest with Chisel. What is the problem with using any two or all three of these products together? Now, this question has a pretty complex and layered answer, and I'm going to try to get through it real quickly here. Basically, all three of these products, Epi-Test, WindTest, and Chisel, they all contain epiandrosterone. In Epi-Test, there's 100 milligrams of epiandrosterone per every 1 milliliter, and you get 30 milliliters per bottle. In WindTest, there are 200 milligrams of epiandrosterone per every 2 milliliters of product. And in the WindTest formula, along with your 200 milligrams of epiandro, you get 200 milligrams of 5-AOHP, making it for a total of 400 milligrams per every 2 milliliters. Now, there are 60 mLs in each bottle of WindTest, and you take 2 per day, making for the 30-serving bottle that'll last a whole month at about 400 milligrams of active exogenous anabolic hormones every single day. Now, in Chisel, which is a topical solution that you spray on the troubled areas, you get about 7,500 milligrams of an epiandro-androsterone blend, along with AOD 9604, the fat-burning peptide, and you get about 13,500 micrograms of this peptide in each bottle of Chisel. And then comes the question, what is the problem with mixing these products together in the same stack at the same time? And look, guys, I'm not going to pretend to know that there is a specific problem that will arise if you mix any of these. There's a very good chance that if you mix them, you will be just fine. But the reason we recommend not to use them together is because we really believe that you only need a couple hundred milligrams of epiandrosterone every day to get all that you need out of the product. And anything beyond that, you're going to get diminishing returns and maybe put yourself in danger for some side effects that you wouldn't get if you kept the doses low. At Vintage Muscle, we really would like to see everyone keep their prohormone doses between 400 to 600 milligrams per day total. That's about all you're going to need. That's the point where our experience tells us you're going to begin to experience some diminishing returns. Going from 600 milligrams a day to 1200 is not going to double your results. And truth be told, guys, the majority of you out there are just not that strict with your diet and are just not training hard enough to really take advantage of those higher doses. You'll reach a point of diminishing returns where you would have been better off just adding a different anabolic hormone or just stacking on some other compounds like hydroxygenin or the anabolic stretch stack. And that's the answer, guys. You just don't need to take that much epiandro. However, if you still want to take these together in a stack, I'm going to tell you the best way to take them. Now, I'm not saying you need to go out there and do this, guys, but this is a possibility. You could stack half dose of WindTest, bring in your epiandro dose to only 100 milligrams per day, along with 100 milligrams of 5-AOHP, and then use the Chisel spray at full strength. Yes, you would be getting epiandrosterone from both products, but you're lowering the dose in WindTest so that you're not getting a ton of epiandrosterone in your system. And right along with that half dose of WindTest and that full dose of Chisel, you can go ahead and add the anabolic stretch stack, the GH Soma stack. You can add 1 andro, 19 nor. You see what I'm saying, guys? Instead of just stacking more and more epiandro, you use a different anabolic hormone, giving you a fuller, more synergistic effect. And obviously, the only way you would run WindTest at half dose along with Chisel is if you're really trying to cut down the body fat and you want to take advantage of all three compounds, the epiandrosterone in both WindTest and Chisel, the 5-AOHP in WindTest to help you get drier, and the peptide AOD 9604 in Chisel so that you can apply it right on the areas of your body where you would like to focus on the fat loss. And look, for argument's sake, I guess you could do the same thing with Epi-Test and Chisel. Use those two together. At that point, you could probably just take the 1 milliliter of Epi-Test along with the Chisel spray, and you're still at 100 milligrams of epiandrosterone, this time without the 5-AOHP. And along the same lines of thinking, I just don't see a good reason to do Epi-Test and WindTest together. I guess you could if you wanted to. You could take 300 milligrams of Epi-Test every single day by taking them together, along with the 200 milligrams of 5-AOHP. I just don't kind of see a real good reason to. If you're already taking WindTest, why not add 1 andro or androgenin? Both of those will play real well with the 200 milligrams of epiandrosterone in WindTest. When it comes to Chisel, you're not just getting the epiandrosterone. You also get a secondary anabolic hormone in androsterone, and you get the peptide hormone in AOD 9604. I made a whole video about that one. We'll make sure to annotate it in this video. All right, guys, so that is my run-through explanation of why it's just not necessary to take these three products together. Now, if you have more questions, please head over to the Vintage Muscle community on Facebook. Just search for us, Vintage Muscle Community. As of today, we're 20,000 strong and counting. Come on in and ask all of your questions. There will be plenty of bros there on the same journey you are right now, using the same compounds you're using right now. So make sure to get on and ask all of your questions. Post your pictures, and there will be plenty of other men that help. I'll be there. I'll answer all of your questions too. All right, guys, that's it for me today. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.